While most investors focus on stocks, real estate, or Bitcoin, some experienced investors have quietly started paying closer attention to silver. Often overshadowed by gold, silver is gaining interest because it sits at the intersection of both precious metals investing and industrial demand. It's used in technologies like solar panels, electronics, batteries, and advanced manufacturing, which means growing industries could increase demand significantly in the years ahead. Today we will talk about why smart money is moving into silver, so before we get started, make sure to hit that like button, also subscribe to my channel. 10. Most people only pay attention to gold. When people think about precious metals, gold usually gets all the attention. It has centuries of history, central bank demand, and a reputation as a safe haven asset during economic uncertainty. Silver, on the other hand, is often treated like gold's smaller, less important cousin. But quietly, many experienced investors are paying increasing attention to silver again. Not because silver suddenly became trendy, but because it sits at the intersection of two extremely powerful forces: monetary uncertainty and industrial demand. This combination makes silver unique. It is both a precious metal and an industrial resource at the same time. And that dual role is exactly why some investors believe silver could become increasingly important in the years ahead. 9. Silver is historically undervalued compared to gold. One major reason investors move into silver is valuation. Throughout history, the relationship between gold prices and silver prices has fluctuated significantly. Some investors believe silver occasionally becomes deeply undervalued relative to gold. When this happens, silver attracts attention from investors looking for assets with stronger upside potential. Because silver is cheaper per ounce and historically more volatile than gold, price movements can become much larger during periods of rising demand. 8. Silver is critical for modern technology. Unlike gold, silver is heavily used in industrial applications. It plays a key role in electronics, solar panels, electric vehicles, medical devices, batteries, semiconductors, and advanced manufacturing. This matters enormously because global demand for technology infrastructure continues expanding rapidly. The more the world electrifies and digitizes, the more industrial demand for silver potentially increases. Investors understand something important here. Silver is not only a monetary metal, it is also deeply connected to future technological growth. 7. Green energy expansion is increasing silver demand. One of the biggest long-term drivers for silver is renewable energy infrastructure. Solar panels require significant amounts of silver because of its exceptional electrical conductivity. As governments and companies invest aggressively in clean energy systems, electric grids, and renewable technologies, industrial demand for silver may continue increasing. This creates a very different dynamic from traditional precious metals investing. Silver benefits not only from economic fear, but also from technological expansion and energy transformation globally. 6. Inflation and currency concerns push investors toward hard assets. Like gold, silver also benefits during periods of inflation and monetary uncertainty. When investors worry about declining purchasing power, rising debt, currency weakness, or financial instability, they often move toward hard assets. Silver becomes attractive because it is physically scarce and cannot simply be printed like fiat currency. Many investors view precious metals as insurance against long-term monetary instability. Silver appeals especially to investors who want exposure to hard assets but view gold as too expensive or slower moving. This is why silver demand often rises during periods of economic anxiety. 5. Silver markets are smaller, which increases volatility. One reason smart money pays attention to silver is because silver markets are relatively small compared to major global asset classes. Smaller markets react more dramatically to shifts in supply and demand. This means if investment demand increases rapidly, silver prices can move aggressively. This volatility scares some investors, but attracts others looking for asymmetric opportunities. Experienced investors understand that smaller markets often experience sharper price acceleration during strong cycles. This is one reason silver historically experiences explosive rallies during certain economic environments. 4. Supply constraints could become more important. Mining production is another major factor investors monitor closely. Silver supply growth is not always easy to increase quickly, because much silver production comes as a byproduct of mining other metals. This creates potential supply limitations if industrial and investment demand rise simultaneously. Investors paying attention to long-term commodity cycles understand that constrained supply combined with rising demand can create strong pricing pressure over time. The more silver becomes essential to modern infrastructure, the more strategically important supply dynamics may become. 3. Smart money often moves before public attention arrives. One consistent pattern in investing is that institutional and experienced investors often position themselves before trends become mainstream publicly. By the time ordinary investors fully recognize a narrative, large amounts of capital may already be positioned early. Silver attracts smart money because it remains relatively ignored compared to stocks, AI investments, crypto, or major technology trends. Historically, overlooked assets sometimes become powerful opportunities precisely because public attention has not fully arrived yet. Experienced investors often look for value before excitement becomes obvious. 2. Silver combines fear and growth in one asset. What makes silver especially interesting is that it benefits from two opposite economic environments simultaneously. During uncertainty, investors buy silver as a hard asset and store of value. During economic expansion and technological growth, industrial demand also increases, because silver is critical for manufacturing and energy systems. Very few assets benefit from both defensive and growth-driven demand at the same time. This dual-purpose role is one of the biggest reasons sophisticated investors continue monitoring silver closely. 1. The real reason smart money is moving into silver. It sits at the center of monetary fear and technological expansion. The deeper truth about silver is that it is no longer only a traditional precious metal. It increasingly sits at the center of modern industrial systems, energy infrastructure, technological growth, and monetary uncertainty simultaneously. What do you think of our video? Let me know in the comment section below. Before you go, please hit the like button and subscribe to my channel. Thanks for watching.